Welcome to Okaloosa Today, local news and information. Connecting the communities of Footwall Beach, Destin, and Okaloosa County.
Welcome to the Okaloosa Today Show, a one-hour show with news about Okaloosa County, the city of Destin, and the city of Fort Walton Beach. We are so lucky to be out here on the beach today, and I want to welcome our guest. I'm Kathy Newby, Public Information Officer for Okaloosa County, with my guest, Rich Huffnagle.
Hey,
welcome,
how are you?
Rich.
Thank you.
Well, Rich has been working for Beach Safety a long time, and you just got a promotion to Beach Safety Division Chief. So after 8 years, congratulations,
Right, thank you.
and so glad to have you here today.
Great to be here.
Well, as I mentioned, we are on location. You can see the yellow flag flying behind us, and the lifeguard station that's out on the pier, which is really great and a great lookout. And
Sure.
And you are going to give us a mock rescue. You're going to show us what it's like to be out on the beach and rescue somebody.
Hello. So as a standard of practice, the lifeguards do a lot of training, and what I'm going to show you here is a mock rescue. And guard will be in the water, and we'll go all the way from the rescue aspect to extraction off the beach. So here's the rescue as it takes place. Okay, so as the rescue takes place, we have a unit that's talking and responding to the scene. And he can either be responding visually off of his cues, or responding with a call from the main tower or EMS dispatch. So when he gets on scene, he's going to just assess the situation real quick, grab his gear, and head into the water. And we train this a lot, good skills getting into the water as quick as possible. You can see the victim out there, or the mock victim, and he's doing what we call porpoise dives at this point. At a certain point, he'll go ahead and put his fins on. And we use fins a lot simply because they help you navigate and get some speed and power through the water. We like to hook up with the victims as quick as possible and get them in as quick as possible, and the fins are a great tool for that. So you can see as he's going through the water, he's picking his head up and navigating to the victim. Once he gets up, he'll make contact, he'll assess the situation real quick, see what he needs, secure the victim, and there's a first signal, which is a signal for resuscitation. And at that point, if Ocean West has already called, Ocean West will be responding another unit, and that unit arrives on scene. What she's going to do is just assess real quick, get a cue from him what he needs. If she didn't see the sign before, she's going to start prepping the equipment that he's going to need. He gave the sign for resuscitation, so she's going to need to get the backboard off of there. It's going to be a transport. She's going to get the backboard real quick, get that situated on the sand so that he's got somewhere to put the patient. And then, of course, at this time, Ocean West has notified, that's our main tower, has notified EMS and fire, and they should be responding accordingly. Their response time, usually anywhere on the island, is 2 to 3 minutes, which is just an incredible response time, and we really appreciate the work that they do. So she's at this point going to assist in getting the patient out of the water. Depending on how far he's had to take the victim or the patient, he's tired at this point, so he's going to need some help getting them out, especially if we're dealing with some heavy surf conditions. And they're going to go ahead and get the patient secured up on the backboard and start assessing and start assessing the medical aspect. You always want a good firm surface to work with on the patient to make sure, as you're seeing, he's assessing what he has, and right now he's got no pulse, not breathing, so he's starting CPR. You see fires arrived on scene. They're going to go ahead and prep for a transport off the beach, and we try to get this done as quickly as possible. 2-minute benchmark from when the patient arrives up on the sand to extraction off to ALS care, because ultimately what they need is good ALS care off the beach and good medical treatment at a medical facility. So we need to get them out of here as soon as we can. They're going ahead and securing the patient for transport. Right now they're doing all they can as far as good BLS care, airway, making sure that if they have time to put the AED on the person, they're going to do that, as well as good compressions for CPR. The guard will ride in the back, continue airway and CPR procedures. They'll go ahead and respond off the beach. You see the O2 can went in there with them, and they'll continue CPR all the way to the ambulance and complete extraction off the beach at the access way to EMS. And that's it. That's what a rescue looks like.
Well, that was a great demonstration about what you all do. You do that several times a day, is that right?
Well, on the busy days, yeah, they're in the water quite frequently, and you know, my hat's off to all the guards that are out here, and also the fire and EMS providers. They do an awesome job all summer long, and I can't thank them enough for what they do.
Well, it is spring break. How many lifeguards do you have out here?
We're running 5 or 6 daily on the beach, but you know, I can always up those numbers if we do have some larger census or larger surf. So, you know, we always plan accordingly.
And they do so much more than just guard the beaches. I mean, they're out there talking to people, educating people about beach safety.
Absolutely. You know, the elementary schools, we get into the elementary schools, and here's Buddy right here.
We have a guest.
And you know,
hey,
we have a lecture
See you on the beach.
lecture series. Go back to the schools, buddy. We have a lecture series at the elementary schools. We start at that level first. And I would say that to any civic organization or church organization, anyone really that has elementary school kids, if they want Buddy to come out and do a lecture, they just need to get on the Okaloosa County website, and it'd be Senior Lifeguard Justin Cook. They can email him directly and he'll get back with them.
Well, that is wonderful. So we start teaching them when they're really young in the community, all about beach safety, and then we teach them again when they become junior lifeguards. Let's
Absolutely.
talk about that program.
You know, once they get 10 years of age, 10 to 17, we have the junior lifeguard program, and that actually puts them in the physical environment, and they learn how to, you know, survive in the water under rough conditions, learn a lot of watermanship, skill work. And then, of course, as they advance through, we get them almost completely certified in lifeguarding. A lot of our juniors make up, you know, what we have on the staff.
Well, that's what a successful program that is. If you end up, you know, hiring them as they get older for lifeguards.
Absolutely. So. You know, our numbers are about 50%. And could go up to as much as 80% hired with junior staff. There's people that I've seen, you know, grow up from age, you know, 10 to 18, and they're on with us now working. So
right, and they're out here on the beach during the summer helping their families and friends, or at home in their pools. I mean, you know, when you live at the beach, again, this message is so important.
Absolutely.
And you all do a great job. And let's talk about the beach flags out here.
Okay, and what we're running today is yellow, which is a moderate hazard, and it's, you know, we put it out there because we do have some offshore winds, so people with floats, you know, need to stay in closer to shore. And really, you know, the flags are standard throughout the state of Florida: green, yellow, red, purple, and then double red for beach closure. Usually we do beach closures when we're running high surf after, you know, hurricanes, major storms. The red flag, anywhere from 3-foot surf on, or rip currents present, a high, you know, probability of rips, or longshore currents. So any dangerous currents, we'll go ahead and run red flags, and we run it the same as what a stoplight is. So green means, you know, go ahead and of course always be cautious, but take your time, look, and go into the water. It's, you know, really a fairly good day for you to be in the water. Yellow means slow down, take your time, be more cautious, get with a guard, check the conditions that they're looking at. There are some hazards, could be a yellow associated with the purple, so, you know, be aware of that. And also the red flag means, you know, as far as them going into the water, they should just not go in at all. So get with the guard again and see what the conditions really are. The main thing is get with the lifeguard.
Right, and they're always out there again talking to folks out on the beach. Do you get many purple flags?
We do.
here?
Occasionally we do get jellyfish that are in and they're just, you know, staying in. We like to fly.
A lot of them.
Yeah, we like to fly it for that. Simply if people have allergic reactions, we want to let them know that they're in the water. And then also the stingrays. We do get a migratory stingray population, and we put it up for that.
Okay, and it's still a few more weeks of spring break, and we certainly want to remind everybody wear sunscreen out there.
Absolutely. You can never put enough sunscreen on, right?
Right, and also kind of our rainy season right now. You know, we could have some lightning. You want to talk about the lightning
It is.
protection
You know,
system?
March and April are typically our storm months, and we get pop-up thunderstorms. And throughout the summer, we get that afternoon thunderstorm too. So, you know, it's part of that old northern Crestview line that's pushed south. And what we have is the ThorGuard system, and it's a really good system. It takes measurements, atmospheric measurements of static in discharge, and what it does is within a 2-mile radius gives a prediction on a lightning strike. And usually it's about 95% probability that if it goes into red alert, that we'll get a lightning strike within that 2-mile radius. So the guards go out, 100% contact, and they just warn everyone that there is a thunderstorm in the area and to seek shelter until the thunderstorm passes.
A lot going on out at the beach today. We have some volleyball. We have some cheerleaders coming, I hear.
Yeah.
You'll probably hear some noise in the background about they're building all these sets for these cheerleaders.
Right. Yeah.
So I wanted to mention that, but again, great sounds of our beautiful water hitting the shore as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, it's obvious that public safety is imperative for our beach safety group, and we appreciate y'all keeping us safe out there. Let's talk about the hours right now and your extended hours coming soon.
Sure, we got 9 to 6 during the spring months. That's you know, March through Memorial Day, and starting Memorial Day weekend, then we transfer from 9 to 6 to 9 to 8. And that alleviates those after-hour rescues that we were having last summer. Very taxing on the fire department to come out and respond to an after-hours rescue. So what we do then is we have our staff on. They have the capability to get in the water and get those people. We had, after we instituted the 8 o'clock time frame, we had 18 more rescues after hours that we did. So it seemed to help quite a bit. I think it was a good decision that they had made.
All right, very good. Well, let's talk about all the different ways you can even find out what conditions are before you even come out on the beach. Right,
Absolutely,
Rich?
yeah. We started the Twitter account, and we're on Twitter at OkaloosaGuards. So you can follow us there on Twitter, and that's up-to-date information throughout the day, warning of hazards, or even just a shot of a beautiful beach, you know, and say, come and enjoy. But we also have the OkaloosaBeachSafety.org website. So anytime you want to come on and get any of the links, you can go to that site, as well as the junior program information is on there as well. And then also we have the Okaloosa County Lifeguard Facebook. So please just, like us on Facebook, and you can get that daily flag condition pages on that Facebook account. So
that sounds great. We also have a Radio Okaloosa app that you can download for free right on your phone as
absolutely.
well. So that gives you the daily flags.
Right.
And we follow each other, so we make
Yeah,
sure all our
right.
information gets out there. So that always works out well. Any more advice for our audience, Rich?
No, I would say that, spring's here, and come and enjoy the beach. Just do it safely. If you have any questions, our guards are out here. They're on patrol. Just flag them down. I look at the beach as a community. So if you're out here enjoying the beach, please get with the lifeguard, say hey to them. They always like to converse and talk about what conditions are out here, even local restaurants, so.
They're so knowledgeable.
Yeah,
that's true.
they really are. They're a great asset, so.
All right, well, very good. Well, what should you do for, like if there are some stingrays and things like that out there? When do we usually see those?
Yeah, stingrays usually come, middle of the summer. But I think the main thing is rip current awareness, and
that's
if
right.
we
didn't talk about rip current.
Yeah, if we do have rips, they're marked. We do have signs, and we try to mark them 100% contact in those areas that we have rip currents. If the surf condition warrants, we'll stop and give 100% contact throughout the beach. On a normal busy day of maybe 10 to 15,000 people out here and high surf, the lifeguards may give 8,000 to 9,000 contacts that day.
Right?
Yeah, and so I would say that with rip current awareness, the main thing is if you can tread water, a rip is formed by just a channel moving through the sandbar. Most of our sandbars reach out into the water maybe 30 yards to 50 yards. And if you tread water and just remain calm, it will release you, and you can go back into the flow of the oncoming surf, and it'll dump you right back onto the sandbar again. So
great information.
Yeah, and what we like to say, it's awful hard for somebody to maintain, a level that's not in panic when you're moving offshore, but that's, just tread water and you will be released by it. So.
Okay. Good information.
Yeah.
As always, they have tons of information out there for you. And Thank you
Absolutely.
so much for joining us today. Rich Huffnagle, Division Chief for Beach Safety. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
And remember to leave only your footprints on the beach. And now I'll move into our public information update. April is General Aviation Month, and the Bob Sykes and the Destin airports provide a combined total annual economic impact of $542 million in our community. Also, the new at the Northwest Florida Regional Airport is a service animal and pet relief area. This helps travelers, and it helps especially with our wounded warriors who have service dogs, and lets them know that we care about them. So we're happy to have that out at our airport. The Hospitality Sales and Marketing Association International recognized the Emerald Coast Convention and Visitors Bureau along with the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce for a 2-minute feature segment on the Doolittle Raiders reunion, the very last one. It was on Fox News with over 1 million viewers. So, and of course, what an honor to have that last reunion here. And then lastly, I will share a photo of the new road grader we have and your gas taxes at work. Up next, we have Doug Rayner, Public Information Officer for the City of Destin.